Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Hello my friends and welcome back to the Language Tutor Spanish podcast. Yo soy Danny Evans, su profesor de español, and I am so happy to be practicing Spanish with you on this episode. This is an episode based on lesson 86 from the YouTube channel, and that means we are going to be practicing countries and nationalities in Asia. And you know how this goes, my friends. I'll say it in English, and I'll wait just a second while you say the country in Spanish and then the nationality. And then after that, I will tell you what it is, and you can check yourself, all right? Well, with that, it's time to get rolling. Let's start out. We'll go in alphabetical order, just like on the episode. Let's start out with Afghanistan. And that is Afghanistan and Afghano, Armenia. That is Armenia and Armenio. Up next is Bahrain. And that's Bahrain and Bahraini. And now Bangladesh. That's Bangladesh and Bangladeshi. Accent on that last letter there. All right, up next is Bhutan or Bhutan, depending on how you say it. And that is Bhutan and Bhutanese. Up next is Brunei. That would be Brunei and Bruneiano. And now Cambodia. And hopefully you said Camboya and Camboyano. Now China. And that one's pretty easy. It's China and Chino. Now let's move over to India. And that's India and Indio. Up next is Indonesia. And that's Indonesia and Indonesio. Now Iran. Hopefully you said Iran and Irani. Now Iraq. Iraq and Iraqi. Up next is Israel. Israel, Israeli. And now Japan. And that's Japón and Japonés. Up next is Jordan. And that's Jordania and Jordano. And now Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, Kazajo. And now Kuwait. Kuwait and Kuwaiti. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyz. Up next is Laos. Laos and Laosiano, Lebanon. Líbano and Libio, Malaysia. Malaysia and Malayo, Maldives. Maldivas and Maldivo, Mongolia. Mongolia, Mongol, and Myanmar. Birmania and Birmano. Okay, my friends, we're about halfway. Let's take a quick break to hear from my friends at Anchor.fm. We'll be right back. Hey friends, want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere and even earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free with no catch. Ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I get to create on a completely new level. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started right now. Let's jump right back into our practice, my friends. Up next is Nepal. Nepal, Nepalese, North Korea. Corea del Norte, norcoreano, Oman. Oman, Omanes, Pakistan. That is Pakistan, Pakistani. Up next is the Philippines. And that's Filipinas and Filipino, Qatar. And that's Qatar and Qatari, Russia. Rusia and Russo, Saudi Arabia. Arabia Saudita and Saudi, Singapore. Singapore and Singapurense, South Korea. Corea del Sur, surcoreano, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka and Sri Lankese, Syria. And that is Syria and Sirio, Thailand. That's Thailandia and Thailandes, Turkey. Turquía and Turco, Taiwan. Taiwan and Taiwanese, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan and Uzbeko, Vietnam. Vietnam, Vietnamita, and my friends, the last one is Yemen. And that is Yemen and Yemeni. And mis amigos, that wraps up this practice. Lesson 86 is done and checked off. Keep practicing these countries. Try to bring them into your conversation as much as you can. And keep practicing all your Spanish in as much conversation as you can. But in the meantime, I want to wish for you and your friends and all your family paz y bendiciones, all the best to you. I hope everybody's doing well. Looking forward to practicing with you on the next episode of the Language Tutor Spanish. Hasta pronto.